So going forward, East versus West Armwrestling.com is no longer an official website of our company.
One of the clear that domain has nothing to do, hosting nothing to do, has nothing to do with Istanbul, and the person who bought the domain has nothing to do with Istanbul, nothing to do with Turkey.
Who did it? I don't know, but it's definitely what I would call a rat.
A day after the East vs West 19 event concluded under Show Classic in Colorado, USA, the official website of East vs West shut down, leaving the new owners, Baxter and Dexter, in a perplexed state of mind. Apparently, they reached out to ENGIN, and it was established that the domain that was purchased by the previous owners expired way past its grace period. Baxter and team asked ENGIN to help, and while ENGIN was supposedly working his way through the situation, Daxter on his channel alleged ENGIN without mentioning his name of sabotaging the league by deliberately shutting down the website to diminish the pay-per-view online sale by the audience. To counter Daxter's allegations, ENGIN invited Eric, who is an expert on website and domain related issues. He categorically debunked all the alleged allegations of Daxter Tan and established that the shutdown of East vs West website has got nothing to do with Turkey, Istanbul, or as a matter of fact, with ENGIN TERZI himself.
It was easy to jump to conclusions, right? The website goes down the day after an event, and obviously not having a lot of correct information, not knowing how to get that information probably led to a knee-jerk reaction where, you know, they placed blame in your direction.
Is it all ENGIN's fault? How deep Devon is involved in this drama? Let's find out.
He was willing to do an incredible crime to harm me.
Out of nowhere, he came and he was like, "Fuck you, ENGIN." And then I said, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
Our relationship became even worse.
But I got so angry. I got very, very angry. I'm just gonna fucking hurt him. I'm gonna fuck him up, you know.
Too many chefs spoil the broth. In this case, the broth is the future of East versus West, and the chefs who are spoiling it in an attempt to make it better are ENGIN and Devon. There are a few more, but it's these two arm wrestlers who are playing the head chefs in this boiling hot kitchen of controversy turned out to be the main villains. Both of these legends of the sport came together under the banner of East vs West and King of the Table to revive arm wrestling after COVID-19. They don't go along well is a known fact, and the commotion they are dealing with right now is the result of suppressing their dislike for each other for far too long. East vs West may be the most popular league in the terms of viewership, but it is not the only ground where the seeds of arm wrestling thrives. ENGIN established this platform to give recognition to the lesser known athletes who are already established arm wrestlers much before its inception. There are world champions who compete in WOF and PAL and have been doing so for many decades. Hardcore fans of arm wrestling knew about them, adored and celebrated their careers throughout, and shall continue to do so irrespective of any social media star capturing the minds of new fans around the blocks. By the end of 2018, WAL starts to fall apart. Being the most popular league back then, this disintegration came as a shock to everyone, including Devon Larratt.
Alright guys, so it's been a few days since the big news. For all of you guys who still don't know, yes, it's true. World Arm Wrestling League 2017 Finals is effectively canceled and reduced to, you know, this thing that we're dealing with now. So, like everybody, I was crushed, right? Went to my room and I cried and cried and cried.
He started to become vocal about this and many other things related to arm wrestling on his YouTube channel. His charisma and articulation came in handy, and his fan base started to grow incessantly. COVID-19 hit, and arm wrestling around the world stopped like all the other contact sports. Everyone all of a sudden started to have Zoom meetings discussing the future of the sport, and people around the world started to take interest in these talks. New channels and newer critiques started to pop up in the cloud of internet. A bodybuilder come influencer took notice of this surge and came up with an idea of creating one more league. Larry Wheels, with the help of Don Idris, inaugurated King of the Table, and there are no points for guessing who was their main attraction. Devon crushed Michael Todd and became the first King of the Table champion. Engin, however, did not give Devon the same privilege and started his league without him. Devon joined East vs West more than a year after his debut in KOTT against Johan Prudnik. Jody and Devon pissed Engin with their antiques and unsportsmanlike behavior in that very match, and things started to go south since then. Engin gave Devon Gennady for his next East vs West appearance, and the Georgian put him in his place. That was Devon's second match and first loss in the league. Later, Devon defeated an unprepared Armes and a dejected and weak Siplenkov, only to face another humiliating defeat against Levan Saginashvili. After that, the ketamine kicked in and Devon started to behave all weird and cringe. His next bout in East vs West 14 against Chan Shaw was the most pathetic display of flippancy, frivolity, and shallowness by any athlete ever on the table. After that, he defeated a 28-year-old Oleg Petrenko in the camouflage of losing weight to become a champion in other weight class. That was East vs West 15, and in a state of absolute madness, Devon misbehaved with everyone including Artem Morozov and Engin Terzi. Everyone felt the royal cringe Devon displayed that night. Engin got angry and Devon mocked him further with a fake apology and later calling him the F word. Engin, in a fit of rage, blurted out his intentions of killing Devon right there. This brought Devon to his senses and he went to Engin crying like a pussy and apologized again. Things went on and Devon appeared 3 more times in East vs West in more cringe matches. But the trench between the two kept on getting bigger day by day. East vs West 18 happened and in came Brian Shaw to put the final nail in the coffin. Devon, under the influence of Jody and Brian, proposed the next East vs West event to happen in Shaw Classic in Colorado. Things fell apart and the East got separated from the West. Engin may be a control freak, but dishonest he is not. He may be clinging to his baby even after someone else has adopted it, but fake he is not. He maybe wants to do things only his way, but a cheat he is not. The way Devon and Jody have behaved in the last 2 years is a living proof of who is harming the sport more. Devon's intentions may be pure, but the methods he's using to fulfill those intentions are of inferior quality and menial at best. The online war of words between these two is doing more harm to the league than good. After his first encounter with Levan, Vitali can be Devon's most significant match ever. But the plausibility of that happening hangs in balance for now. The solution to this problem is simple. Devon must stick to arm wrestling and stop poking nose in everything, everywhere. He may be a popular athlete, but he is not bigger than arm wrestling. Engin should also lean a bit and discuss things with an open mind and handle disagreements in a wholesome, positive way.
In fact, Engin is one of arm wrestling's greatest champions. If there is a Mount Rushmore, of arm wrestling, he is there, right beside John Brzenk. There is undoubtedly very few arm wrestlers who have the understanding and the discipline that Engin does.
If you like my content and love arm wrestling, then like, share and subscribe. Keep healthy, keep hustling. This is Nitin Vats signing off.